Well,
So
just don't
we're
get
here.
up.
What?
Just don't get up this time and leave me sitting there.
So we're here today, and it's Boxing Day, 2021, and I got my new Jefferson Airplane T-shirt, which I got from my daughter for Christmas. And this is my daughter. And
Hi.
we've done a video before. We did one on. Did we do it on? Oh, we went record shopping at the little shop in the town we live in, or I live in.
Yeah,
She
I
lives in a
live
big town. I live in a little tiny town. And we're going to talk about a few records today. Some of them I had, and now she has, because I either sold them to her or gave them to her or whatever. But this one here is one I just listened to on Spotify just a little while ago, and this is Town Vanzant, and it's live at the Old Quarter, Houston, Texas. And I always found Town Vanzant was better live than on record. I don't know. He's just playing, just basically him.
Yeah.
Isn't that? Do you listen to it? What did you think of it?
Well, it's been a while since I've listened to that one. I probably bought it about 5 years ago. So I remember I liked it. I mean, and it was.
But he has that raw kind of thing when in his voice. He's got a different kind of voice, and he's really can express music, really well through his playing and his singing.
Yeah.
So here's an album that I had, and I don't know why I sold it. I guess because
I think I convinced you to sell it to me.
This was your favorite Sonic Youth album.
Yes, it is.
And this one's called Sister, because I still have about 4 Sonic Youth albums on vinyl left.
Yeah.
And I don't remember this album very well.
No.
You might be able to talk about it a little better.
It's just before Daydream Nation, so there's still a lot of sprawling soundscapes and a lot of noise, but it's not the amount that they had in those first few albums.
Right.
And there's a little more, there's more songs to it.
Yeah.
And it's actually, I think, not
accessible, more accessible, or they're not.
I mean, I guess as far as
Sonic Youth goes.
Well, no, because Goo and Dirty they would get more accessible with that stuff. But
True.
This is pre that, but it's still pretty noisy. It's not for everybody, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I just really I always connected with it. It's always been my favorite since I've been into them.
And it's got a great
for whatever
cover too.
reason.
I like the cover.
And it actually got me into Philip K. Dick's books, just because they're kind of referencing him somewhat in the lyrics, or I think it's about.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's not linear
both.
necessarily, but it got me to read his books, and then
I read a bunch of his books in the early '70s, and I still got a few of them at home.
Yeah.
Philip K.
Yep.
And next we have some Black Flag called Damaged, and I had one Black Flag album, and it was called what's that one I had?
The one you asked me?
My War, yes.
Which is very different than this.
This is very different.
Or somewhat, I guess.
And Vanessa did meet
Henry Rollins.
Henry Rollins. blank.
Probably would be at least 10 years ago.
Was he doing?
He was doing a spoken word thing.
Spoken word.
He wasn't doing music. And we went and saw him, and Brian, my husband, he was like, "Let's go backstage and meet him."
Yeah.
And I'd be like, "What?" Why would we do that?
Too, so
and I have a picture of him and me, but my eyes are closed, so.
He was really interesting to talk to then.
Yeah. And I got a big smile on my face.
And next we have Gang of Four, and I have this, and I had this.
This is literally
This
the
is
one you had.
another one I had.
Yep.
But I do have the CD, and
so do I actually.
It's a great album.
Oh, I love it.
I don't think there's
not a bad song on it.
No, and it just, I don't know, it's just one of those infectious kind of albums that gets in your skin, and you have to listen to it.
And you never lose it. I always know all the songs. I don't even actually always know what they're called.
Yeah.
When I hear them, I'm like,
either.
oh, I love this song, but I couldn't tell you, oh, my favorite song on this is.
I don't either.
But I love it all.
I know the riffs, and I know I used them a lot on mixtapes when I had my reel-to-reel, and I did a lot of mixtapes. And I did have this album too, XTC Black Sea, and it's one I've been trying to find again, but
I found it in the small town where he lives.
Little local.
Before he was collecting records.
6 bins of records, and that's it. It's part of another business. And I tried to find this on CD, and it was too expensive too. So
I got it for $7.
Yeah.
I also got Drums and Wires that day.
I'm gonna have to wait. It's got a really great cover too.
Yes.
I really like the cover on that one.
pretty cool.
And then we have a Canadian group.
Oh yes, one of my favorites.
Yep, and I have this album. I have it on CD, but it's the Grapes of Wrath, and they're from Vancouver. Or
Maybe
BC?
Victoria. They're from BC.
BC.
I don't know exactly where in BC.
And they played real catchy kind of.
Kind of birdsy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Real catchy tunes, and they grow on you, and they're good songwriters.
Oh,
Excellent.
absolutely. And their
singers.
harmonies are great together.
Now and Again is the name of the album, and that is the Grapes of Wrath.
From 1989.
Yeah.
But it doesn't sound like 1989.
No, I still have that. I
Pretty
still
well
listen
come
to
out
that.
anytime. Oh, me too. I put it on all the time.
And here's another album that I had, and long gone from my collection.
Yeah, not
Zen
this
Arcade by
Husker Du.
Husker Du. I don't want to say it wrong. People get upset when you say things wrong. And this is a double album, and I don't really remember this. Oh, there's not much in the inside except a bunch of lyrics in purple, if you like purple.
Yeah.
And I don't remember too much about this album, so you're
Well,
a big
yeah,
fan.
yeah, that's one of my favorites. It's got some.
They're
It's
great
kind of
album.
a transition point of their sound.
Okay.
They started out really fast, punky,
Yeah,
kind of,
that's
and they
what I
weren't
thought.
the best at it. It
That's
wasn't
why
their
I like
best
them,
stuff.
because they were punky.
But yeah, there's still the punky on there. They hadn't gone away from that. There's
Yeah.
lots of great punky songs,
Oh,
but
good.
there's also some good melodic songs because there's two
Okay.
songwriters and they kind of have two different.
And there's
sort
two
of
albums too. Oh,
aesthetics,
first one
yeah.
says-
Well, the last song is basically a noisescape. That
Oh, okay.
last side is.
But that
pretty
usually
well.
happens on a
Yeah, but it
chorus.
works with the album, like because
Great
it is
cover.
kind of a concept album, I think, about
it?
somebody leaving their hometown and.
Okay.
I don't know. I don't really pay attention to the stories all the
Neither
time
do
in their
I.
concept albums.
Neither
I just
do
like
I.
the music, so.
Next up, we got a Love album by Love, the first album by Love, and that had My Little Red Book on it, a great single. And I don't think I ever had this. I got the next two, but I don't think I ever had the first one. And
It's not as good as some of the later. I mean, Forever
I got it
Changes
messed
is
up
a
with
stone
My Little
cold.
Red Book on it, and
Yeah.
I think it must have another song on here. Oh, it's got Hey Joe, which a lot of people covered at that time.
Yeah,
But that is Love, the band.
it's not as good as some of the
No.
other stuff. I mean, I like it, but it's no Forever Changes.
They got
That's-
better.
That's for sure.
Definitely. I mean, they climaxed with their third album, and that's just a classic
Yeah.
all the way around.
Oh, absolutely.
And what's the title? I can't think of the
Forever
title.
Changes?
Forever Changes. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I do have that one, too.
Oh yeah.
And we got Matthew Sweet, Girlfriend.
Yeah, just got that.
She just got that. I have it on CD, and I've had it since it came out, so it's a great album, too. And I
Yeah.
love the cover of that one, too.
Yeah.
It's, who is that?
Oh,
So
I
it's,
looked up her name,
I can't.
and I was reading about her because I was
I
just
know.
curious, and she has a kind of an interesting
I can't
story.
remember.
but
I can't
don't
remember who she
her name.
is. Well,
We should have looked that up before we
it's
came
her.
on. Yeah, that's that girl.
She was an actress, right?
Yeah, in the 60s.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I should know who it is because, anyways,
Yeah.
that's Matthew Sweet, Girlfriend. Great
Yeah.
album.
Been really into power pop lately, so we've been.
Yeah,
getting
and
plugged into some
he
new
was a
stuff.
good guitar player too, or is a good guitar player.
Yeah,
too.
well, yeah, he had a new album this year actually. I haven't heard it, but
excuse me, I saw that.
yeah.
And last but not least, one of my favorite singles of all time, "Walk Away, Renee" by The Left Bank.
Yeah.
And I've never actually heard this album, but
It's
it's got
good.
Pretty Ballerina
I
on it.
listened to it. I mean, it's all. It's gonna probably take us some time for me to know all the songs. I won't
Yeah.
heard it once, but
Yeah.
yeah, it was a good listen. I enjoyed it.
I only know the two songs. Of course, they're listed right at
Yeah.
the very top. But
I mean, the only complaint with that pressing of this record, this is a modern
yeah,
reissue.
it's got to.
It doesn't start. It's hard to get it to start at the beginning of the
that's
song.
what you were saying,
I don't know,
yeah.
and it's like it starts just after that intro part to
And
Walk
it's Walk Away, Renee,
and
too.
you want to hear that part,
Of course.
and you're just like,
That's a drag.
I tried it three
Just a
different
little
times.
flaw
so it's kind of annoying.
on the first groove, I guess, or first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't usually have that problem.
So that's a few albums that we pulled out just to talk about, and this is Smell the Vinyl, and this is 2000 December 26, 2021. So
Yeah.
so long.
Bye.